Laser Gate Eject Operation Caroline.
Hello fellow YouTubers, LightWC Stop Motioner here. Welcome to Viewers New and Old, and today I am taking a look at Transformers Studio Series 38 Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. I skipped this figure initially, and I was recently able to get it. And this is a really good figure. I really like it. So starting off with this truck mode. Now, first, really the only bad thing I have to say about this truck mode, well, main bad thing, is just that it's not the truck that we saw at the ending of the Bumblebee movie. I assume that was some sort of licensing issue. But it still looks close enough. Now he rolls fairly well, despite the fact that the back part tilts down a little bit, and this just seems to be a problem with Optimus Prime figures in general. But still, really nice truck mode. I mean, it's got so many good details on him. He does actually have a hitch, so should you so choose, you can put Earthrise Optimus Prime's trailer on him. It looks even smaller now because this guy is, well, he's a good bit bigger than the, not good bit, but he is noticeably bigger than the Earthrise one. He's taller and that kind of thing. And of course here we can have Bumblebee walk alongside him and meet up with him. And then of course here's the off-road Bumblebee, which is still my favorite Studio Series Bumblebee out of the two I have, I think. So it's not really super fair comparison, but just I like this one so much more than the clunker one. So there's that. Front wheels are pinned on and the back are peg on. However, they do roll fairly well. It doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of mismatching the red, but it's not too bad. I'm really only just now noticing it because I'm shining a light on it. Now this front part doesn't want to seem to sit fully flush, but it's not horrible. So I really think that basically covers the truck mode. It's got great detailing, even though it's not fully accurate to what we saw at the end of the Bumblebee movie. It's still super cool. So now we can get on to the transformation. Now his transformation is actually quite a lot of fun. So to begin, first I'm going to undo this. Hold this right here. Do the same on this side. Fold these up like this. Then untab the front here. So then you can fold these down. Alright, you come back here and undo this. Untab these and back there. Fold that in. tab the feet, pull them out, and just kind of fidget with them until you can pull them forward. You come back here, fold this part down. You just want to get this lined up with this. You just kind of hook that on there. And you fold this in. Then do the same on this side. Right, then you take this, and there's some tabs and slots right here and here. So you just want to, well, first, what I recommend doing is folding this up, then trying to tab this into place. They don't really hold it in super well. Then you just kind of hold this in place. Probably my biggest complaint with the robot mode is that the legs do have some tolerance issues. Now, it could be something I'm doing wrong, but as far as I know, I mean, I'm lining all the tabs up right. You can see it doesn't like to stay in place. All right. Then I come right here and pull these out. Then just bend the elbow right here so I can rotate right here. And then there is a tab in slot right here. It doesn't really tab in super well, but I mean, you don't really have to worry about it flopping all over the place, so it's not too bad. I pull these out. Then, yeah, there's not really any avoiding this. When you grab this part, this just, it likes to pop off. Alright, so then just kind of get everything out of the way. So you can grab this section right here and rotate it. And you can fold these wheels back. You can fold these, rotate these back. You fold this down. Then you take the head and just slide it into place. And you can just tab these into place. Fold the arms down. And these right here are going to go into these tabs, or vice versa. And you're done. And this is just something I am big time loving about these Bumblebee Movies Studio Series figures. The ones that I have and ones that are coming out is just how premium the robot mode looks. Now, of course, they did make the premium finished version of this mold. From what I saw, that didn't look very good though. The person who owned him before me did put some Autobot stickers on him, which is fine. But just all the sculpted and oh, one thing I forgot: you're supposed to fold these up. But just all the sculpted in details, even on the back. Like, just such beautiful details. You can just tell the people designing this, like, really cared about making something beautiful. And this figure is just amazing. I mean, that head sculpt is just so good. The bright blue eyes really pop. You can really see them there. All the mechanical detailing on them. I'm just amazed by this. This is just a retail figure. Again, there's really just two complaints, and they're honestly just nitpicks. Like I said earlier, the legs kind of have an issue holding together, and this stuff hanging off the arms, but honestly, those don't really bug me that much. The positives big time outweigh the negatives. Like I said, even this back part is accurate to the movie. I'm just in awe of this thing. Alright, so for some comparisons, here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime, who didn't have painted eyes, so you can't even really see his eyes. Here he is with Clunker Bumblebee, and I mean, you know it's only a matter of time before they take this mold and give him the Bumblebee movie version of his head. I might re-review that figure someday. I don't know. It's not really that. It's not a bad figure, but it's not great. Here he is with the figure that is actually great that I have already re-reviewed. So that's cool. Optimus is a lot taller, that's for sure. And here's his gun, which again looks really cool. It looks like a stylized version of his G1 weapon. It's like, seriously, this figure just really obliterates the idea that G1 cannot work in live action aesthetic. It definitely can. Now for his articulation, head is on a ball joint. It's a little limited in terms of up and down, but you do get some right and left. However, it's kind of tight in some areas. Shoulders can do a 360. You just have to kind of move this thing around to ensure it doesn't collide with anything. Get a rotation right here at the bicep. You get an elbow bend. You can rotate here if you want to do that for some reason. You get a nice wrist swivel. You do get a waist swivel, which is really nice. Legs can kick forward that far. Not back very much, because it kind of collides with the stuff on the back. You get a rotation right here at the thigh. You get a knee bend. Okay, this is kind of another complaint I have. The knee bend looks very empty. It's not too bad, but that is a little annoying. And then you do actually get ankle tilts. So that's another thing. Another reason I'm really loving these Bumblebee Movie Studio Series figures is they're just so articulated in comparison to the other Studio Series figures. They got, you can pull off some really cool poses with them. And I guess if you want to count it as articulation for some reason, you can move these around. Oh, it is kind of cool. You can open up his chest here. I mean, there isn't a matrix in there because you didn't have one in the Bumblebee movie, but it is still cool. And honestly, when they get around to making Rise of the Beast Studio Series figures, I wouldn't really say no to them just retooling this figure. And I'd probably buy it again. So, I think that pretty much covers them. I can't really think of anything else to gush about. So I'll go on and stick them on the display. Of course, I forgot to mention something. This seems to be the piece of articulation I always forget. If you move this, you can also rotate out to the side right there. Alright, there's Optimus with my Bumblebee movie display. It's getting a little crowded, but I should be able to fit more figures there. I'll have to, because there's quite a bit coming. So, this figure is utterly amazing. If you skip down on it, you definitely need to get one. He can be a little pricey on the aftermarket, but he is totally worth it. Like I said, truck mode, while it's not accurate to how it appeared in the Bumblebee movie, it's still an amazing truck mode. Transformation has a lot going on, but it's a pretty enjoyable process. And robot mode is, as I said, just looks like a premium high-end collectible. It's just amazing. You totally need this guy in your collection. I'm very glad that I was able to go back and get him. Now, I might try to do a review for this Starscream later today also, since it wouldn't really be a super long review as I've already covered a version of the mold. So I might, but I'm not making any promises. So that's my review for Transformers Studio Series 38 Bumblebee Movie Voyager Class Optimus Prime. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.